The years of 1846, 1847 will no doubt stay in the memory of Irish people all over the world. For it was on those terrible years that the dreaded famine hit Ireland and thousands of Irish people lost their lives. Others were lucky enough to take what was to become known as the coffin ships that sailed all the way to America, the New World, that's what they were told. But who was that half-clothed body that lay on the side of the road? Some mother's daughter, some father's son, who knows? This song is dedicated to the memory of the people of that horrible time who left from the barony of ERRIS in the county of Mayo. Our land is ours to work now, our crops will stay our own. The dark days of the landlord has vanished from our door. No more the rates collector will torch our little home, or leave us on the roadside, no place to call our own. Fields of ERRIS, you're our home. Fields of ERRIS by Atlantic foam. Fields of ERRIS, wild and green, majestic land, our land of dreams. When I was just a young lad, my granddad spoke to me. He spoke of the great hunger and the massive poverty. A man's life was not his own then, with no shillings to be had, and you did not know the hour for the call of a tyrant's hand. Fields of ERRIS, you're our home. Fields of ERRIS by Atlantic foam. Fields of ERRIS, wild and green, majestic land, our land of dreams. The 40s brought the coffin ships that sailed from Sally Cay. On their long trips to Boston, many poor souls passed away. Others made the journey, but never did return to see the fields of ERRIS without landlord or his son. Fields of ERRIS, you're our home. Fields of ERRIS by Atlantic foam. Fields of ERRIS, wild and green, majestic land, our land of dreams. Majestic land, our land of dreams.
Well, I'm sure everybody in Mayo at this stage is familiar with Flannery Knitwear here in Granville, Pullatomus in County Mayo. We're talking to the man himself here in his brand new wildlife centre. Patrick, how are times?
Good, Michael. Good.
Enjoying life still?
Oh, flat out. Life
Well,
is
I
good.
think it's a credit to you with the job you've done around here. A beautiful holiday village here, and of course you have your factory as well.
That's right, Michael. That's right.
Tell us about exactly what you do in the factory, Patrick.
Well, we produce knitwear, and we have a craft shop, and we have an open farm, as you see, where visitors comes and they come in to buy the knitwear and the crafts in the shop. And also we have the wildlife centre here, where we are now, and we have the open farm where people can see the animals and horses riding and all that.
Absolutely, great idea. Your own idea.
Yeah, it is my own idea, yeah. But
Yeah.
I seen the opening for it, Michael, because out here we hadn't, tourists was coming and there wasn't much to offer to them in the last
Absolutely.
we say 10, 12 years ago. So I seen the opening by travelling out to other places like Connemara, and where they were involved in tourists, and that's how I got involved in tourists in the area here. So it's gone very well, Michael, so I have no complaints, just trying to get more ideas and to increase more into it.
Well, I'm sure you will get more of these. But just before we go any further, Patrick, tell me about the kind of tourists you get here. Are they mainly American, English? What?
We get a lot of Americans and Germans come here in English, French, from all over. Now at Christmas time we get letters and cards back from the people that visited here and wishing us a happy Christmas and all that, and they come from all over here. So it's amazing, like even to myself, think that people do come from all over to come out here to see the place. I thought it was me, but it's not, it's the place.
Flannery Knitwear has been going for a couple of years now. How long exactly?
It has. Well, the factory was built in I think 96 or something, about 4 years ago. 5 years ago the factory, I think it started, built about 4 years on the go now. And this wildlife centre was 97. And it's only started in the last 7 years since I started the knitwear.
Mm-hmm.
And I just started out of my own house and out door to door selling. That's how I started out first, and it just spread out.
An entrepreneur.
Well, it's just whatever you'd call me, hard work, Michael.
Yes, indeed, I can see it's hard work. Tell us a little bit about the wildlife centre here. You've got every breed of bird I think that was ever known in here.
Yeah, well, the wildlife centre, there's different all birds that you see, Michael, and they're all protected animals. And this fella, he collected them for about 35 years. He found them dead, as he wrote the note there on the door, and he got them all stuffed, and they're all special collection. You don't find a collection like this anywhere. And I think it's the only one in Ireland that has this collection.
I'm sure it is. I'm absolutely sure it is.
Yeah.
And you've got everything here, I see, from the old steel oven here to the old steel pot. You've even got the Straw Boys hats up there, I see.
That's right, Michael. Well, that's the old pot for they used to cook the potatoes in it years ago. Even when I was a kid, I seen it cooked, and that's where they should make the bread in the homemade bread. So it's an Irish.
The open fire, of course.
And the open fire, So this wildlife centre is like an old-fashioned cottage, which that's what it was. It was a regular cottage I'd done up, and it turned out like this. So people come, and then they have teas and coffees on the back place there as well. So there's a lot to offer here.
Well, Patrick, thank you very, very much for having us here today. It's been an absolute pleasure and a knowledge being here with you on the open farm and in your wildlife centre, and of course your factory as well. With the help of God, we'll be back in the near future again to introduce something else to the public, to the world at this stage. So thank you very much for having us here one more time.
My pleasure, Michael. Thanks for having me.